friends in Jesus Christ. On this fourth Sunday of Lent, the Church encourages to rejoice and be joyful because Christ is willing to reconcile us to His Father. In today's second reading, St. Paul tells us that we are products of Christ's reconciliation. Christ took the first initiative of reconciling us to God. However, through the sacrifice of Christ, we become God's adopted children. So, we are all children of the same Father by virtue of Christ's sacrifice. In today's Gospel, through the story of the prodigal son, Jesus reassures us of God's readiness to reconcile with us. The parable of prodigal son is the story of a loving father and a humble and repentant son. It is the story of reconciliation at its best. Most importantly, it reflects our own daily story and struggles. Hence, it does not matter how far we have gone away from God or how terrible our past has been. What matters is that Christ is willing to reconcile us to His Father and to restore our lost glory. Therefore, this season, we must constantly seek reconciliation with God through Christ. We must humbly rediscover ourselves, and like the prodigal son, we must also confess, I have sinned against heaven and earth. We must also say to God, I am coming home. This is what St. Paul means when he appeals to us to be reconciled to God. He simply asks us to realize who we are and change our track and mind like prodigal son. So, we must cast away all shame and pride in order to be reconciled with God and others through Christ. Through His church, Christ made things easy for us. He has given us the sacrament of reconciliation, the confession, as a means of constantly reconciling ourselves to God. The sacrament of reconciliation helps us in three ways. First, reconciliation with God. Second, reconciliation with our brothers and sisters. And thirdly, reconciliation with ourselves. One leads to another. Our reconciliation with God is strongly dependent on our reconciliation with others and of course with ourselves too. Therefore, this Lent, let us take advantage of this sacrament, confession, instituted by Christ through His church in order to be reconciled with God and with our neighbors. This sacrament is a blessing to all of us because it mediates God's grace to us So the psalmist invites us today, taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Let us bless the Lord.